Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
So, Sheriff got your tongue? So this is
Yes.
our second official episode.
Much Ado About a Robin Hood. Ha 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 ha. Yay.
We had a cliffhanger last episode.
Yes.
Where Robin, Much, and Alan Adale have been
Slightly
taken captive by robbers in the forest.
Yes.
Which is horrible for them.
Oh, terrible.
Then Robin turns himself in to the sheriff because the sheriff is doing horrible things to the people of Loxley.
Yeah, because they don't quite know where Robin is in this episode. So
but the sheriff expects them to know.
The sheriff expects the townspeople to know, so he starts deciding that they need to have their tongues cut out, hence the Sheriff Got Your Tongue episode opener.
So Robin gets captured. Marion and the Merrymen help him get free because there's a change of heart by the Merrymen because now they're merry and not just bandits. And then
Marion decides that she needs to be herself.
And she needs to be in the episode.
And she needs to be in this episode because, I mean, they have to have a damsel of some sort. And her and Robin are all like, ew, I'm so flirty.
So Robin escapes, and that's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is a pretty solid episode.
It was a very solid
ways.
episode. Yeah, they opened it up a little bit more with, like, the character plot and everything. Mm-hmm. Poor Much. And I never noticed how much of a mama duck he is to everybody. Mm-hmm. He's even worried about the people that, like, tied them up. He's like, you know, you can't really eat that rabbit because it hasn't
don't
been
eat that.
And there was three separate occasions where he talked about the fact that the food was improperly cooked. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you'll find that's not been properly cooked. And everybody else is like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And he's all like, but your stomach, you know, like. Or he's like, hey, don't eat that, that's my rabbit.
I wonder if, like, maybe because he's been in the Holy Land for, like, so long, and he's, like, probably been eating horrible food. Like, now he's like, I am in England, we are eating properly cooked food.
Yes.
We are going to eat this, it is going to taste delicious, and it's going to be properly cooked.
I think my favorite part of the episode was where he got chased up the ladder by the dog, and he fell asleep on the ladder.
I thought that was a really nice scene in many ways, where it's like, it's comic, and it's like, oh, look.
It's like Much is trying to do something good, then he doesn't. It's like they come home, and in the first episode, they're all like, yay, we're home, I get to eat food, I want to take a bath, but poor Much has PTSD.
With rose petals, not lavender.
Rose petals. That
not
was the best
lavender
in the entire time. And
I
counted it. They called him Lavender Boy twice in the whole thing. Yeah, and it was that
and they
one
called him
whiny boy.
Yeah, once.
Yeah,
adjective boy.
Yes, totally. They really
I feel like we should give ourselves nicknames according to this rule.
If we were
you
men,
can be Giggly Boy, and I can be
Angsty Teen Boy. Is more like
Angsty Teen Boy.
Angsty Teen.
I'm Angsty
Whatever.
Teen Boy. Who's Angsty Teen Boy?
What is that one character's name?
Royston White.
I really wanted to call him Slightly. That at the end they had him be such a mama's boy because he's so tough through the whole episode,
like
and then at the end they showed him with his, you know,
getting money to his mom,
giving money to
Spoiler alert.
I think it's his mama, and then Robin like touches him on the back, and
then he cries.
His hand. He
has like
to
tears
touch
in
Robin's
his
hand,
eyes.
and then he's like, no, I'm a tough boy. And
good job, actor of Royston White.
It was awesome.
We appreciate your acting skills.
You're funny. Oh man!
We also get introduced to Little John.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yes, very cute kid, and Alice, Little John's wife.
Oh, she's pretty.
Which I think is kind of a new thing for Robin Hood stuff, where usually they don't give Little John like a backstory of being from Loxley.
Yeah.
They usually just have him be
He's just there.
I enjoy that they didn't do the bridge scene, which is like a generic Robin Hood thing, where John and Robin have a fight on a bridge. And they didn't do it. And I was impressed with that in many ways, where they go, we're not going to rely on the cliche Robin Hood.
Right. I got a kick out of how much the sheriff, whenever Guy would speak, the sheriff would flinch. Like, he'd legit flinch.
Yeah, like...
And then when Robin Hood comes bursting into his room with a bow and arrow and shoots him, like,
he
just chill, calm, not even a flinch.
Facey is so done.
He's so done with it. He's just like, you're this, like, angry teen boy who doesn't know what he's doing, you know? But with Guy, he legit is scared of Guy. He doesn't know how to predict him.
That's a cool point.
Yeah.
Does he know how to predict him?
I don't think he knows how to predict Guy, because Guy has his own agenda underneath being, you know, but he's kind of a live wire where he, you know, he's this lord, you know, but he's not worried about Robin Hood because he just sees Robin Hood as this, like, guy who was fighting in the Holy Lands and now he's back and he's like, whatever.
I feel like I read it in a completely different way where it was like, I felt like the sheriff is just so done with Guy where he's like, I'm bored of you. You, like, sicken me to this point where you interrupt me when I'm talking, and you're yawning, and you're like, flirting with Marion this whole time. Like, what's up with you?
I seriously wrote down, let me find it in my notes here. I seriously wrote down Old Spice commercial. Look at your man. Now look back at him. Now look at your man. Now look back at this guy.
Look at your man. He's a criminal. Look back at me. I'm not a criminal. And look. I have Loxley now, soon to be renamed to Gisborne. He's like the worst.
In a name.
He's like the worst in this episode.
He is the worst.
He's just like...
Yeah. And then him and Marion have this, like, lovers quarrel thing where
like, super awkward to watch.
Where she's like, I love Robin Hood, without saying, I love Robin Hood.
Well, and he doesn't even love Robin Hood at this point. I'm out to kill him.
Ha 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 ha.
We're
gonna cut his head off, you know?
I really don't think Marion loves Robin Hood at this point.
Well... At the end of the episode, I
feel like
really does, and she's like,
does she really though?
I think she does because it was her going and yelling at him for leaving her. Almost, I
feel like that was more like her trying to get closure in many ways.
Yeah, she's like, why did you leave? Yeah. I feel like she was almost like yelling at him, like, why did you leave me? In a way,
and he's still doing it though.
And he's still doing it, which is interesting.
So that's why I don't think she's actually still in love with him yet. Yeah. He is still doing the things that made her fall out of love with him in the first place.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think in many ways she sees the man that she could be, like, because I think that's one of her character traits of being this person who can see the best in people in many ways. Mm-hmm. But also... at this point, she knows he's not that guy.
Yeah. I wrote down judged when, just judged, because when they were bringing Robin in for the capture scene, you know, and they were walking him through the castle courtyard, and there Marion is in her gown and everything.
And she has her basket.
And she just walks past him and yells, like, whispers "fool" in his ear, because she's like, you idiot. You did it again.
He is.
You idiot, you did it again.
The whole last episode is her and her father going, no, we have to play this safe, and we have to go,
yeah. Like, and then here comes Robin.
And then Robin's just like, shh,
whatever. I got my own game. Back to, like, when Robin and Vasey were having their little spat.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to talk about the spat, too.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the spat for a few minutes, and then we have to close.
I thought it was super funny that they, like... So, like, how much Vasey was in his face and everything. Mm-hmm. I think it's funny because probably for the actors, I noticed that Jonas deliberately did not make eye contact with him for more than 2 seconds. Yeah. Because when you do, like, hard eye contact in scenes and stuff, it's impossible not to laugh, no matter how serious the scene is. And you could just see the corners of the actor's mouth, like, slightly go up, and he was just trying not to laugh the whole time. And I thought that was super funny. And he, like, the sheriff is just such a coward.
Is he, though?
He's such a coward, because the only time it's about, he's trying to find, he's power grabbing the whole time, you know?
In this episode, or just in general?
In general, he's power grabbing, because he's power grabbing with Robin, and then he's power grabbing with Guy, too. But with Guy, he already is kind of set where he is a little bit. But with Robin,
the fascinating thing,
he's a new person, and he feels like he has to be all up and in his face to try to make a point.
It's kind of like a domination thing, kind of.
It is. It's a domination thing, yeah.
Guy and him already have this set, I am higher than you, you are my lackey.
Yeah.
But with Robin, it's like, okay, I
Yeah.
gotta make you my lackey now, otherwise I'm not being yours. I really liked Vasey going, I will stoop low, so kill me now. And it was just like...
It was like, bring it on.
It was a bring it on, but it's also like, this is the villain here.
Yeah. And that's why I think that he's not scared of Robin.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's afraid of him because he doesn't know him yet.
He doesn't know him yet. He had a bow and arrow to his face. He let himself get shot at like 5 times. Mm-hmm. He didn't flinch or anything. He is not afraid of this punk.
Only when he got cut did he slightly step back a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he's
Where
like,
he was
you are actually not afraid to hurt me.
But even
but
then
you won't
it was...
kill me.
I felt like, in a way, it was like kind of like him messing with like a rattlesnake or something. Like,
Yeah.
let me see how far I can mess with you.
how far can I push you? Exactly.
And Vasey is like, you can't mess with me. Vasey is a pretty good villain in many ways.
Oh, he's a really good villain.
He's snarky and he's snide and he's kind of silly in many ways where he's like, I'm gonna cut out your tongues! And a clue, no, and la-di-da-di-da. And he's very sarcastic. And I just think the actor plays it like just... I am bored of everything. I hate everything. This job stinks. But I have money.
Yes.
Which I love.
I got a kick out of like they had a chair set up for him while they were waiting for Robin Hood to show up, basically. Like he's just sitting there with his glass of wine like, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. Sip my wine. Here, guy, hold my cup. You know, like, he's just like, this is boring.
So,
I'm waiting. I'm a spoiled, rotten little boy.
So I think it's fascinating because you get this bad guy who is just sitting there. He's bored out of his mind.
Yes.
He's just like, someone please give me something to torment. And then you get Robin,
torture.
who's like, please, let's stop war and let's stop the torment and let me get some rest. And then like, put them together.
I know.
Next episode is like going to be
a mystery.
Is it going to be a mystery?
Is it?
Yeah, like something happens.
Yeah.
Like there's like an attack, and you have to figure out who shot the sheriff.
Ooh.
Lisa.
Tune in next time to find out who did it.